Good morning, everyone. So, this is our second session of lesson acid, bases, and salts. So, in our first class, we have seen some examples what we are taking in our day-to-day life. In that examples, we have seen both acids, bases, as well as some neutrals also, neutral solutions also, neutral substances which are used in our day-to-day life. Okay. So today, in this level, the question is running in everybody's mind is how we distinguish acidic and basic substances. So in last class, we didn't see the difference between the acid and base. Just we have seen the properties, especially the taste. Regarding the taste alone, I told, but it is not the general definition, isn't it? So the question which is running in our everybody's mind is how we distinguish an acidic or an basic substance. Do you think with the help of the taste, because we know acidic is somewhat sour taste, base substances are bitter taste, but is it enough? Now the tasting the substance is not a right way, because some unknown substances, that is some new substances, we are not sure, we don't know about the composition of the substances, what are the things, what are the ingredients which are present inside, we don't know, we are not very sure that we consuming the substance, but we want to know whether the substance is acidic or basic in nature. Can you able to understand? Without tasting the substance, we should distinguish acidic and basic substances. Why? Because why I am saying without taste? Because some of the substances are maybe harmful. We don't know the exact composition and all. Okay, so if you think that tasting the substance is an option, that can be risky as well, because the substance may be extremely poisonous for our body, otherwise it will spoil our body too. So it is not advised to taste the unknown substance. So now we have to choose an alternate way that helps us to distinguish an acidic and basic substances. So that is where we talk about the term indicators. Can you able to understand? Now we are going to talk about what? Indicators. So in last video, one of the student has asked what is indicator, ma'am. In last video I told the word indicator, but I didn't explain. So the one particular student asked that what are indicators. So today we are going to see about indicators. So before getting into indicators, so we should know why the term indicator is coming. Now you can understand, I hope so. To distinguish the substances whether it is an acid or base, tasting is not a correct way, because some substances are very poisonous to our body. So the alternative way is called indicators. So with the help of indicators, we can distinguish whether the substance is acidic or basic in nature. So obviously the next question is what are indicators? What are indicators? We already heard this word before, indicator, where while riding the while riding motorcycle and all, we hear the word indicators. Bike, whenever if you want to turn right or left, we use it to do indicators, isn't it? If you want to turn right, we will make right indicator, so that the right side of that indicator starts to blink, isn't it? What it means, which is going to indicate themselves something, that is we are going to turn, isn't it? So like that, here also we are using the term indicators. So what are indicators? Substances which indicate whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature. Indicator is one of the substance. Indicator is a substance. That substance is going to identify whether the given substance is acidic or basic in nature. So suppose I am giving you a substance. I ask you to check whether, just check and tell whether it is an acidic or a basic substance. So now what you have to do? You have to choose a indicator substance. With the help of that indicator only, you have to check the given substance is acidic or basic in nature. Actually, they are, that is, they here represents indicators. These are normal substances which react with acids and bases in a different ways, because acids and bases are two different things, isn't it? They are just opposite to each other. So indicator is a substance that is going to react with both acid and base, but in a different way. So looking at the way they reacting the particular substance, we can actually say which one is an acid and which one is a base. So how the indicator is going to react with the substance? If it is an acid, definitely it will, the indicator show some other difference. That will do in some other way. Suppose the given substance is base, the indicator will react with that basic substance in a some other way. Can you understand? Okay. Now, how do these indicators show us the change? So, how should we know? Okay, indicators or the substance is going to indicate whether it is acid or base. But how should we know? What is the change? How do these indicators behave when they come in contact with the acidic substance or a basic substance? That is the question, isn't it? Basically, these indicators change their color. The indicators change their color when added to a specific substance, whether it is acidic or basic. So because with the help of color change we can identify it. So we should know, okay, if the color changed to this is acidic. If it turned to this color, this is basic. So we can easily identify. Okay, so indicators are generally what? Color changing substance. They are colored substance or color changing substance which is going to change the color when it reacts with acid as well as base. So the color to which they change, so that the color indicates the nature of the substance. Some of the naturally occurring indicators, that is, they already exist in nature. Already, naturally, we are having some indicator substances, but they have special properties. They can act as indicators. Such examples are China rose, example otherwise called as hibiscus. Here the picture is given, China rose, otherwise called what? Hibiscus. It's an excellent indicator. We know hibiscus because we love to keep a hibiscus for a temple for God, or even some of them use it to keep on their head also. Along with that, they are also indicators. Okay, indicators means what? The main important characteristic is what? They have to change the color when it reacts with the substance. That is the quality of the indicator. What is the qualification of the indicator? They have the ability to change the color when it reacts with acid or base. So such one example is hibiscus. It is an excellent indicator. Second one is turmeric. The picture turmeric is given. For cooking purpose we use, isn't it? They also act as indicators. And third one is litmus dye. The picture, one paper is immersed in a liquid, no? That paper is litmus paper. Litmus is obtained from lichens. Lichens means what? Lichens we can see in the bark of the tree. It is a symbiotic association between algae and fungi is lichens. From the lichens we can obtain what? Litmus, and that litmus, here litmus paper is given. Okay, so these are the naturally obtained, naturally given indicators. They are naturally present in exist in our life. Other than that, some artificial indicators are also there, chemical indicators. They are one example is phenolphthalein. One chemical structure is given, no, that is phenolphthalein. That also an indicator, but it is a chemical indicator. The first three, China rose, otherwise called hibiscus, turmeric and litmus, they are all naturally occurring indicators. Have you understand? Okay. So all are nothing but indicators. Now, which is that property which is present in substance so that it can behave as an indicator. What is the main property? If anything which is going to be indicator, how we can say it is an indicator or not? First of all, one good property is there. What is that? The only property that we are looking at is it should be change its color when it comes in contact with acidic or basic solution or basic substance, and the change in color should be different for acidic and basic. This is the behavior, this is the main property, specific property of indicator. If the substance is to be an indicator, it should definitely change the color, but the changing color should be different for acidic and basic solution. Okay, for example, when an indicator comes in contact with an acid, imagine when an indicator comes in contact with an acid, if the substance becomes red in color, in that case such when it reacts with a base, it should change its color, it should not be red. Can you able to understand? An indicator, suppose when it reacts with an acidic solution, if it is turning red, imagine it is turning red. When the same indicator is added to the base substance, it should not show red color, but it can show any other color. Then only we can differentiate, isn't it? Because I'm going to give an unknown substance to you, and I'm going to give indicator also. For example, student A and student B. Okay, for them I'm going to both students, I'm going to give some unknown substance to you, and I'm going to give the indicator also. Okay, what you have to do? You are going to add that indicator in the substance. One of the student is getting red, and student A is getting red, and student B is getting blue, which means that what? Both are having different substances. That is, one of them is having acidic and one of them is basic. Suppose if both they are having same red color, definitely they are having same acidic substance or basic substance. Can you able to understand now? So, indicator should change color, but the color should be different for both acidic and basic. So, the only property we are looking at when we want to find indicator is the change in color. Okay, now we are going to talk about litmus in detail. Because hibiscus turmeric is a usual daily life we are saying, but litmus is somewhat different. Okay, now we are going to talk about litmus in detail. So what is the next question? What is litmus, and how we will obtain litmus paper, and how we conduct a litmus test? These are the things we are going to discuss now. What are litmus, how we are obtaining this litmus, and how we are going to conduct a litmus test. So let us understand what is litmus first. It is nothing but a natural dye. Dye means what, ma? Color giver. It's a coloring substance, isn't it? Okay. So it is a natural dye. It is a mixture of naturally occurring dyes obtained from lichens. It is obtained from lichens. What do you mean by lichen? Lichen is nothing but a symbiotic relationship between both algae and fungi. And where do you found these lichens? In the bark of the tree. Okay, so litmus looks like generally a powder. Litmus are in a form of what? Powder, and it is a dye. That is, it shows they are available in different colors. They are not usually in same color. They are different color. Lichens are also there. Most common such color is red. Most of the lichens are litmus are red in color. Have you understand? So what do you mean by litmus? Litmus is a mixture of dyes obtained from lichens. Where you can find the lichen? Bark of the tree. What do you mean by lichen? Lichen is a symbiotic relationship between algae and fungi. It's a combination of algae and fungi. Okay, and generally they are in powdered substance. They are in different colors. Mostly, commonly we can find in red color, and they are highly soluble in water. They are highly soluble in water. So because they are powder, if you just add water to that powder, it is easily soluble. Now it becomes litmus solution. Have you understand? Generally litmus are in the form of powder and it is readily soluble in water. So if you mix the powder in the water, it will soluble easily, and now it is called litmus solution. That is powder, litmus powder plus water is called litmus solution, and it has a special property. Litmus has a special property that litmus solution turns red in acidic solution and blue in basic solution. Have you understand? Generally litmus is an indicator. Now what we have seen about their properties, we have seen how they are going to function. That is what I am teaching now. Litmus is a indicator. If that indicator is added to an acidic substance, it will change into what color? Red color. In test tube A it was red, which means that is litmus added solution. That if it is red, it shows that solution, given solution is what? Acidic in medium. And when the litmus turns that solution blue, which means the given substance is base, that is basic solution. Okay. The litmus indicator solution plus test solution shows that whether the given substance is acidic or basic in medium. When it will be how you will check, how will you identify it is an acidic or basic medium? When it turns red, it is acidic medium. It turns blue, then it is basic in nature. So this is the property of litmus indicator solution. That is, it turns. So why is litmus used as indicators? Because it turns red in acidic solution and it turns blue in basic solution. Okay. So I told litmus is they are generally powdered and different colors also. Commonly only I told red. Okay, here the litmus powder what we taken is somewhat white in color. When it reacts with acid only it turns to red. Okay, so in fact because of the property of the litmus indicator solution, it is used as an indicator. So I told indicator means two qualification. First one, it shows change color, and it shows the color change should be in two different ways. Here it is showing two different ways. Acidic solution means red, basic solution means blue. So litmus is a good indicator. Suppose think if you put the litmus in a neutral solution. If you put it in neutral solution, what will happen? It definitely won't change into red or blue. Instead, it will turn into light purple. What color? Light purple color. So what do you think? Litmus is used as an indicator because, why do you think litmus is used as an indicator? Because of this different color change. It reacts differently with an acid and base. So two different behaviors with acid and base shows it's the property of this litmus solution. Now to make the process of testing acid or base the most convenient, instead of using acidic litmus solution, we can make litmus paper. First litmus powder, and if you add water to that powder, it becomes litmus indicator solution. Now we are going to use litmus paper because it is more convenient. We can easily keep anywhere, because if it is a litmus solution, we should be very careful to we should not spill it out and all. But if it is paper, we can easily do wherever we want. So now we are going to make litmus paper. What is the process? What is the procedure to do that? That only we are going to discuss. Because why? Because they are very easy to handle, and test also more simple and more convenient. For that purpose only. Okay. So how do we obtain the litmus paper? Very simple. First we have to take the filter paper. Filter paper, have you heard this word before? Filter paper, what do you mean by filter? Something is going to filter. See, in our home, mom will use filter to filter the coffee or tea. What happened? The liquid particles alone, the liquid substances solution will alone get down, the solid particles will remain on the top. Like that, the filter paper, here also some minute, very small pores will be present. That pores will filter only the solution, liquid substance, and it will hold the solid particles on the top itself. So now that filter paper only we are going to take, and we have to put it in a litmus indicator solution. What do you mean by litmus indicator solution? It's a mixture of litmus powder and water solution. Okay, now we are going to dip this litmus paper in that filter paper in that indicator solution. What happened? The filter paper, because of its porosity, it will easily absorb the litmus solution, and then you have to dry it. Once then they dried, the paper will take it will take on some color of that solution. Okay, so I told you the mostly commonly available litmus paper is red and blue litmus papers. Mostly here the papers are given red and blue. They are mostly very commonly available, commonly used also. So they are cut into strips. Strips means what? This wise, lengthwise, longwise. Okay, then it will be more convenient to use as an indicator paper. So litmus paper is one of the most common indicators to test the acidity of a substance. If you want to check whether the given substance is acidic or basic, we have to use litmus paper. It is very easy. Now, the way telling that the litmus paper are used to change its color, isn't it? Similarly, these litmus paper, if you put inside a test solution, the solution is acidic, it turns red. If the solution is basic, it turns blue, because that is the main property of that litmus, isn't it? In acidic solution, it will turns into red. It turns blue in basic solution, isn't it? For that reason only, litmus papers are available in two different colors. Why? Because suppose if we only have red litmus paper, in that case it becomes very difficult to decide which one is acidic. Why? Because when the red litmus paper is put in acidic solution, it still remains red only, isn't it? Because I told litmus papers are available in two colors, red and blue. Originally it is red. Suppose if you keep this red paper in that acidic solution itself, again it will shows red only. No, isn't it or not? It still remains red. But if the same litmus paper is put inside neutral solution, then also it will remain red. So the decision might become difficult. That's why both the color of litmus papers are available, that is red and blue. So using both of these, we will be able to reach a conclusion whether a particular solution is acidic or basic in nature. Okay, so next topic and all I'll continue in the next video. Thank you.